I could tell you, it's Super Monkey Ball 2 in Super Monkey Ball 1 style, but who better to tell you about it than the runner herself? So when you're ready, Snowball, let's roll on out.
Alright, hey everyone, I'm Snowball, or Snowball SMB, and this is Super Monkey Ball 2 in 1 style. Pretty much this is a pack that takes a large handful of the stages originally in the game Super Monkey Ball 2, puts them into Super Monkey Ball 1 world backgrounds, and adjusts the stages designs ever so slightly to sort of fit more in line with the Super Monkey Ball 1 stage design philosophies. So the big change is there isn't that typical starting platform that every stage in Super Monkey Ball 2 had, but there are also some other changes as well to the stages. This category is pretty much playing through the base 10 stages of beginner, and then exiting out, going to the 30 in advanced, exiting out, and going to the 50 in expert. The extra stages will not be played, and master won't be played either, because master is unlocked through playing expert and the extras, and master is an absolute nightmare in this pack. It is so hard. But I also am being joined by an awesome commentator today.
Hey, what's up everyone? I'm Helix. Welcome to Helix Block, apparently. I'm on commentary for the next 4 runs. Yeah, I don't know, they made the schedule for me. there's some awesome stuff coming up. But yeah, I'll be here for a while. You can't get rid of me that easily. Yeah, Snowball is about to put on a really good show. I'm really excited for this.
Alright, so I am going to give a quick countdown, and then we are going to be off. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Alright, good luck.
Thank you. So, a big thing about this run is this is also warpless and pauseless. I unfortunately went for something that saves half a second and ended up losing 2 instead. That is Monkey Ball. So this stage, Floaters, has a green goal that got added in this pack. It is there's a secret platform underneath one of the like holes where the levitating platforms go, but there's also a strat to just sort of like sneak under there really quickly, but we're not allowed to take that goal in this run, as that would skip a stage. Warp goals, anytime you see a green or a red goal in a stage, that is a warp goal. Green goals skip 1 stage, red goals skip 2, but again, we are under normal circumstances. This is in the Super Monkey Ball 1 style, which means that rule about how many stages a warp goal will skip, that is a mere suggestion.
Yeah, for those of you who have played Super Monkey Ball 1, especially have played Advanced, you might be aware that the warp goals in that game sometimes send you very far ahead.
Yeah, and the biggest 2 instances of that in this pack are in Advanced Stage 18 Mad Rings, taking you with the red goal to Stage 25, and then Expert Stage 13 Tears, with the red goal taking you all the way to Expert 19. I am a little bit sad about that, because that red goal is pretty much a necessity for the warps category, and I am almost certain that Tears is even harder in this pack. Like, I think you all will see the stage when we get there, but there's a lot of really narrow tilted wires, and I'm pretty sure that the wires are tilted even further in this pack. But now I really hope that I can hit some form of strat on this stage, because this is a really cool strat land stage. Alright, I'm going to go with this. Alright, that works.
Yeah, not bad.
That pretty much just cut out like 3/4 of the stage, which is really, really nice. This stage I am very prone to making very silly mistakes on, so I'm going to try and take this a little bit carefully. I'm not going to go for any of the like edge grinds in the little pits around the curves this time. That is something that is fairly handy about how Curve Bridge got changed going from Monkey Ball 2 over to this pack is the sloped edges are not there in the original version, and those allow for just much easier corner edge grinds to pick up speed, make sure that you can preserve more speed. It's just a nice change all the way around. But now we are moving on into Advanced, where we are going to be seeing the 2 world themes that we saw in Beginner, along with the Monkey Mall and the Underwater World. This is also going to be the last time we see the second world theme that showed up in Beginner, Sky High. Also, Eaton Floor loves to be a little bit tricky with like making you think you're gonna fall off to one side and it's actually the other side you're gonna fall off of. It's actually somewhat difficult in this pack. Alright. Did not get destroyed by the hoppers like I did in practice, which was sad. This is another stage that did not have a warp goal in Monkey Ball 2 that had a warp goal added. There's a green goal.
I forgot about that warp goal.
On
That
top
warp
of the
goal's
coaster.
so cool.
I'm not actually sure what the intended route for that is, because there are banana bunches along the outside of the coaster, so I don't know if like the developer of this pack wanted players to fall on top of the coaster and ride it down. I don't know if they wanted players to use that ramp at the back of the start platform to just fall into it. I think that either are probably very valid play styles. Also here on Total, I'm going to go for a little bit of a greedy cycle skip towards the end of the stage. Nice, got it.
Oh, nice movement.
I almost went a little bit too early at the middle of the stage, because I did bump the side of the disc that was down right before it started going up, and that almost sent me off the edge of the stage. Fortunately, it actually gave me a little bump to increase my speed, which was nice. Oh shoot!
Oh, nice recovery.
There we go.
Yeah, that was really well done. Wow.
That was not the cleanest junction I've ever played, but it looked cool, so I'll take it.
It was a really good save.
Also, something, well, for one thing to note, the stage here, Catapult, this is Detour in Monkey Ball 2, but the wormhole had to get removed, so now it's just a Catapult. I did not have enough speed. I did not, like, push it enough because I wasn't sure if I was lined up properly. Okay.
Yeah,
Come
this
on,
is
Mimi.
actually this is very similar to Tilt Bridges, which you saw
There we
in
go.
Beginner, that stage, which was originally called Switches in Super Monkey Ball 2, but there are no switches in Super Monkey Ball 1, so removed them, renamed the stage.
Yep, and another big instance of like how this pack differs from Monkey Ball 2 is also stage order. This stage folders is usually beginner extra number, I believe 7 in Monkey Ball 2, but it's now in advanced. Also Catapult, which is Detour in the original, is actually an expert in Monkey Ball 2, but is here in advanced in 2-in-1.
Also of note is that Super Monkey Ball 1 has fewer stages than Super Monkey Ball 2, and so to match the stage count, there are a handful of Super Monkey Ball 2 levels that are not included in this level pack.
Yeah, and on top of that, there's also a... Oh, shoot. That's the first time I've actually gotten hit by that thing going for the greedy one cycle. But in addition to some stages that got cut, from the game, there are also a handful of stages that are only accessible through the debug menu, which is accessed using practice mod, which is a really handy tool for speedrunning ILs or individual levels. It's also the tool that I'm using to have the input display on the screen, so up right to the right side of the stage timer, there's that little pink octagon. That dot in the middle is sort of reflecting the inputs that I'm making on my left stick to move Mimi around.
Yeah, shout out to Complex Plane, creator of the practice mod. It's really comprehensive and really good. Works with Super Monkey Ball 2, the vanilla game, as well as pretty much every custom pack that's been made for it. It's fantastic.
Alright, I need to make sure on this stage to cut my speed a little bit after I get past this blue ring platform, because it is super easy to have way too much speed, bonk into the party ball, and just get slaughtered by it. The party ball in Super Monkey Ball 1, 2, Deluxe, and any custom level pack, the party ball means business.
Understatement of the year.
Yeah, you do not want to find yourself on the receiving end of the party ball's wrath. But also, another really neat change to sort of align Monkey Ball 2 more with Monkey Ball 1 in this pack is repeating bonus stages. So, that one bonus stage that showed up in Beginner is going to be the 5th stage of all of them, Beginner, Advanced, and Expert. Board Park, which was Advanced 10, is going to also be an Expert, and same with Leveler, which we just got through before Dribbles.
And that is consistent with Super Monkey Ball 1, where the bonus stages repeat in that game as well. This game is this level pack is very faithful to Super Monkey Ball 1. You can also tell by the textures. These are all Super Monkey Ball 1 backgrounds, all Super Monkey Ball 1 textures, maybe with a little bit of tweaks to them, but this pack is also just extremely beautiful. I love the texturing in this one.
Yeah, in addition to all of these Super Monkey Ball 1 textures, there are also some just like visual polish-ups to like at times make certain surfaces look super shiny or reflective, or just all sorts of things. It really looks amazing, especially, unfortunately we won't be seeing it at all because it is only in the extras. The Space World
the Space World's so good.
It has so many just amazing, just really cool textures in this pack that I don't think are usually used in SMB1. There might be like 1 or 2 stages that uses a handful of them, but we're now coming up to the sort of pack's first auto-scroller here on Giant Comb, so if the host has any messages that they would like to share, now would be a great time.
Oh, absolutely. I do have a question. You mentioned that you're using Mimi for the run. We do have that poll open for the very next run, actually. Did you have a preference between Ai, Mimi, Baby, and Gongon?
You know, we gotta have some Gong Gong in the next run. Like, I'm using Mimi because Mimi is my personal favorite to play as, but Gong Gong is just, Gong Gong's a real one, you know? We gotta give him some spotlight.
Last I checked, Gong Gong was already winning the bid war, so my vote is Baby. Let's go Baby.
Alright, well, you just heard our runner and commentator chat. That bid war is open, but you only have until the end of the next run. Snowball is rolling through this really fast. Oh my gosh. And if Super Monkey Ball... Helix, please correct me if I'm wrong. Super Monkey Ball runs do go fast in general?
Absolutely.
Like that, yeah, I understand speedrun, but so please get your donations in if you want to keep Gongon in the lead. If you want to bring Baby up right now, Gongyon is still in the lead at $25, but II is catching up real fast at $22.43. Mimi's also in the race, $5.05. Poor baby sitting in dead last, but you can change that. You can make that happen. So please, exclamation mark donate in chat will get you that handy link.
We are now here on Arthropod, the final stage of Advanced. Nicely done, drops right into the goal there, and we are moving on to Expert.
That is a really scary strat.
Yeah, and you nailed it too. You made that look easy.
Here we've got another stage that... Honestly, this stage kind of confuses me, because it's called Catwalks. There's no other stage in Monkey Ball called Catwalks, and it sort of fuses two stages together. It sort of fuses Wormhole from Super Monkey Ball 2, which is Expert Stage 1, but it also... It feels like it fuses it with Beginner 39 from Deluxe, which is Catwalk.
Yeah, I mean, I think the reason for that is that wormholes are not in this game, so the name Wormhole isn't super applicable.
Right. Now we've got a little bit of a jumble up in the stage order with Mad Shuffle coming before Free Fall, and also Mad Shuffle has a really cool red goal in...
Excellent save, by the way.
That's the name of the game when I play Free Fall in this pack.
That's fair. That's the name of the game when I play Free Fall in Monkey Ball 2. This level I love. This level Pachinko is actually a bonus stage in Super Monkey Ball 2, but they just made it into a real level in this one, regular level, and it is awesome.
Yeah, and the individual level strat on that stage is one of my favorites in the entire pack. You like just sort of almost instantly fling yourself off that flat starting platform and bounce off a bumper straight to the goal. It is so much fun. But now we are going to be playing through a few final Monkey Mall stages before we say goodbye to the mall. Got Zigzag Slope, we got Tower, and we've actually got Narrow Peaks showing up almost 10 stages early compared to Super Monkey Ball 2. And Narrow Peaks is one of those stages where the developer of this pack really made sure to make the floors nice and shiny. And you'll be seeing what I mean momentarily. I've never been killed by the party ball on Tower, but that came pretty close. Yeah, now we got shiny reflective floors.
Ooh, pretty.
Ooh. Got a little hasty on that second to last hill there. Let's try taking that. Oh, okay, let's try just slowing the whole thing down, apparently.
It's really easy to go too fast on these stages. I mean, that happens to me even when I play casually sometimes. I just start pushing it a little bit too much.
There we go. That's what was supposed to happen the first time. But now we've got Board Park again. Same thing that we did in Advance, and also the bowl, the other bonus stage, gonna just back off the start and fall off, because bonus stages you don't actually have to clear. You just have to fall off really fast.
Fastest way to move past them.
And unfortunately, the fast strats on combination are a little too dangerous for me to feel comfortable going for them in a marathon. They're really cool, but really hard. Now we've got the first instance of an Expert Extra showing up way earlier in this pack compared to its regular Super Monkey Ball 2 counterpart. Strata's usually... okay. Expert Extra number 2. But yeah, it's Expert 12 here.
Yep. Showing up a whopping 40 stages earlier than usual.
Yeah, and this has never really been one of my favorite stages.
It's
in fact,
hard.
This has always been one of my least favorites, at least in terms of going for like the falling strat that skips like the whole stage. It's especially not my friend in Super Monkey Ball Banana Mania, which is the most recent official Monkey Ball title in the series that brought all these stages back again. Strat is meaner in that game, believe it or not.
I'm really interested to see how you do toggle. Oh, you can still... Yeah, I guess that makes sense. You can still just one-cycle it. It's important to note that in Super Monkey Ball 2, nearly every stage has a long starting platform that you can use to build speed. Super Monkey Ball 1 did not have any of those, and so they were removed for this level pack, and that changes strats drastically because you don't have that runway to build speed. Nicely done on Cliffs, by the way, that was excellent.
Thank you. And as a matter of fact, not having the start platform can throw off positioning for a stage like this. I find finding the goal a lot harder on Brandished than in this pack than in Monkey Ball 2. And actually, this stage here is in Monkey Ball 2 an advanced extra, and this is the first of, I want to say, 4 times we're going to see throughout this pack an advanced extra showing up in Expert. And the final one is actually stage 48. It got moved super far back.
Yeah, I mean, hey, check this stage out. This is a beginner extra level.
A beginner extra
Super Monkey Ball 2.
A beginner extra level that is going to be immediately followed by a stage that is normally in World 8, Warp. So, also, I should note, at the start of the run I was talking about tiers, and it has that red goal on that top wire that skips a ton of stages. Everything from, what was stage 14, I think Toggle, through linear seesaws would have been skipped if this was a Warps run, and if I had the wire skills in Monkey Ball 2 to actually get that red goal.
Oh wow, yeah, and then there would have been another Warp goal there on Warp that you could have taken. The green goal over there.
And you know, I'm actually not sure how far that green goal takes you.
Yeah, I don't know either.
That one might be like a regular green goal that just skips one stage. I'm not 100% sure.
I'm glad to see that there are more Warp goals in Expert in this level pack, because there are very few in Expert in Super Monkey Ball 1. There are only 3 total that are used throughout the speedrun of Expert in that game. There's a stretch of 30 where there are 30 stages where there are no Warp goals whatsoever.
Yeah, and also, between both Super Monkey Ball 1 and Super Monkey Ball Deluxe, both games having this desert world, I don't think that there's a single stage with a red goal in the desert, but this pack does have one. Stage 28 is 8 bracelets, so that stage finally gives players the opportunity to see what a red goal would have looked like if there was one in the desert.
I had never considered that. I think you're right.
I love the fact that this starting ring is directly under the floating oasis.
It is absolutely stunning.
Also, this stage I usually don't like, but it's honestly really pretty stage in this pack, with the sort of rings that are trying to bonk you into oblivion being all shiny like that.
It's hard to be upset with any stage in this pack because they're all textured so nicely. It's a very aesthetically pleasing level pack.
Yeah, there is one stage actually that sort of frustrates me because of the aesthetic, and it's actually the next stage. Well, you'll all see why when we get there.
I think I vaguely remember what you're thinking of, but I'm gonna have to see it to fully be able to remember.
Alright, so next up we got Double Spiral. I am very sad because I've always felt like there should be a warp goal on top of the spiral, but there's not, and then there wasn't one added in this pack. But this rippling heat haze effect on the floor texture makes it so hard to tell where you actually are on the spiral compared to are you gonna fall off one side or the other, or are you fine? It's really frustrating to look at.
Yeah, that's a good point.
But
Oh, the stage is beautiful.
yeah, unfortunately we won't be seeing that red goal that I was mentioning. I guess I could technically go up there just to show it off. Or I won't.
Almost.
I don't have enough
That's a good
speed.
goal.
I was going to show off what a desert red goal would look like, but I did not have enough speed. And now we have the big auto scroller of SMB2. We've got Flock. This is like the perfect opportunity for the host to give any messages that they might have, because we're just sitting here for a while.
Oh, great, because we've gotten a bunch of donations coming in support of that Super Monkey Ball 2 Master Run incentive. Let's start with this $10 donation from Mouse. No comment, but thank you so much for the generosity. Anonymous sent in $20 and said, good luck. It doesn't seem like you've been needing it, but the thought is greatly appreciated, as is the generous donation to take this. And here is $30 from Blitz Hedgie, who says, loving this SMB block. Such an awesome run so far from Snowball SMB to kick it off. Putting my donation in to support the Super Monkey Ball 2 Master Run incentive. And with all of those donations, we are now sitting pretty at $181.50 raised out of $200. That's less than $20 to go to meet that target, y'all. We can do it. Can we do it before Snowball finishes this run? I do also have to give you some sad news. I know we just got on stream that you're in support of Gon Gon and Baby, but Ai is now in the lead as a character choice. So, folks, if you want to get that change, you only have until the end of this run to get those donations in and bring Gon Gon or Baby to their rightful spots as the character we'll be using next run.
That's interesting. Ai usually does not win these bid wars. That's interesting.
That surge of support came in fast.
So here we are on Synchronized. So this is, this is what, like a Master Extra 8 normally?
Yeah. Yeah, Synchronize is just thrown into where World 8 stages typically are. I got a little bit greedy on pistons, going for like one extra cycle before braking to let the pistons shoot up around me, and I paid with a 25-second fallout. But fortunately, my two favorite strats.
Strat is so cool.
My two favorite strats in the entire run between Totters and Entangled Path went really well. So I'll take the 25-second Pistons death if it means that those went how I wanted them to. This set of stages in the Ice World is easily my favorite set of stages in the entire pack, because I am a huge fan of World 8 from Monkey Ball 2. There are a bunch of World 8 stages. All of the stages look amazing in this pack, and then there's also Grid Bridge, which is an advanced extra, which looks awesome. Double Twin, which is a master stage, and that looks unreal in the Ice World, and then also Synchronized is a lot of fun as well. Now we're going to be coming up to one of the hardest stages actually in the entire run, Momentum. It's just playing the stage out, but the stage is actually like really hard. In this pack, I am much more used to Banana Mania physics for playing Momentum than SMB2 physics, and there is actually a pretty sizable difference between the two.
It doesn't matter. You casually nailed it first try while talking, so that was impressive.
Alright, gotta play Double Twin out safely. I've actually never gone for, like, the big strat for it, which in this pack is much closer to just being an IL strat, because it is a lot harder. But now we got what is usually an Expert Extra as a bonus stage.
Yeah, I love the decision to make that a bonus stage. Unfortunately, as is with every other bonus stage, you're not going to see it played, but definitely really cool to see it as a bonus.
Yeah, now we've got the final world, which has a beautiful blend of World 9 stages from Story Mode, a World 10 stage, a World 5 stage, and an Advanced Extra. and actually a stage that's just normally in a regular advanced / World 4 as the final stage of the run. But the choice of stages in this world is some of my favorite because of just how they end up looking in this like stormy coliseum.
Yeah, it seems like the stage choice here fits the theming very well.
Yeah, one thing that I've got to be pretty careful about though on this stage is the propeller is a little bit lower than it is in regular Monkey Ball 2.
Oh.
And there's an animation of the goal tilting back to let the propeller pass over it, and you can get punished by the party ball for it. That was the World 10 stage right there, Mountain. Between the last 2 runs I've played of this category, I've fallen off like 6 times, so I'm really happy with how that went.
Mm-hmm. Also, we're coming up on time pretty quick here. It's another like 5 stages.
Yeah, and they're going to be going by pretty quickly. There are a couple of longer stages still left, and also, well, I just fell off a chip pipes for no reason. And also stage 48 is one of the harder strats in the entire run, so there is a chance that we'll have a little bit of a hiccup there, but given that I've been falling off of some of the easier stuff and been nailing the harder stuff, I'm not exactly expecting to fall off of stage 48.
Famous last words.
Yeah, no kidding. If anything, I'm expecting to fall off a twin basin for no reason.
Nicely done on corkscrew. That one is...
That's a really good
sneaky.
IGT.
Yeah, that looked really fast. That stage and SMB2 as well can be deceptively difficult to keep control on.
This, yeah, I shouldn't have said anything about expecting this stage to go better. Long slider, I don't know why. I have an easier time falling on this stage in Banana Mania than I do in SMB2, even though falling is objectively worse in Banana Mania because of how the camera works in that game. Just something about falling on this stage with the SMB2 physics and camera just does not mesh well with my eyes. But yeah, we've got only 2 stages left, so time is going to be coming up when I pass through the gold tape on stage 50, which is actually, normally in advanced, it is launchers.
That's fitting, yeah. Launchers is really hard normally. So
and it's now big and shiny, like half the other stages in this pack. So yeah, be ready on time because we're coming up to it quick. And... time.
GG, well done.
That had some interesting fallouts and some interesting first tries compared to how that run normally goes.
Yeah, that sounds about right. This is a marathon after all.
Yeah, I guess
beat screen is beautiful. I forgot about that.
I guess we can now just sit on beat screen.
That is chaos on the screen. Wow.
Out of curiosity, what was the ending time?
So I see on screen 30 minutes and 33 seconds. 0.9 if you want to go into milliseconds.
Yeah, that's only like about a minute off my PB, so I will gladly take that.
But that was an amazing run. Thank you so much. If people wanted to see more of you with the runs you do, or just any other shoutouts you got, Snowball, throw them at me.
All right. Shoutouts first and foremost to the Super Monkey Ball Level Workshop community for creating so many just unbelievably amazing custom level packs and other mods for the Monkey Ball series, and just really just propelling this this series constantly further. Especially shoutouts to Nambo, who actually just released a new level pack called Super Monkey Ball Stardust like a couple of days ago. I've been looking forward to diving into that pack, which I'm planning on doing fairly soon. Shoutouts to also the Super Monkey Ball Banana Mania speedrunning community, Everyone there is just super, super awesome, and that game is so much fun. Shoutouts to Fast Pace Events for having me. Shoutouts to Helix for agreeing to commentate this run.
I am the one who asked you.
Okay, that is true. That is true. Shameless plug. You can find me on Twitch, YouTube, Tumblr, Blue Sky, pretty much anywhere at Snowball SMB. I like to play a lot of Super Monkey Ball, as the SMB in my tag sort of implies. I love to play a lot of Sonic, Splatoon, indie games. I like to play a lot of stuff. I'm just a gamer. Helix, I know that you're here for the next 3 runs, but if there are any, do you want to give any shoutouts during this one?
I'm Helix13_ in pretty much everywhere. I'll keep that short.
All right, well, as was just mentioned, Helix, we will continue to see you around. And Snowball, thank you again for that fantastic run. Chat, please be like Helix and stick around. We've got more fantastic Super Monkey Ball coming right up.